you'll get a blunt refusal, potentially dangerous, an American influence trend. And think you're a creep or pervert, feel extremely uncomfortable. Welcome to my channel. I'm Mary, a native Ukrainian who worked as an English interpreter for meetings with Americans for 5 years. And I'm here to tell you the unfiltered truth about the difference between Americans and Ukrainians. In this video, I'll shock you with the weirdest, in my opinion, communication differences between Americans and Ukrainians. So, culture clash number 1. Ukrainians aren't used to hugging people they don't know well. In American culture, it's perfectly normal to greet someone with a hug, even if you just met them. For most Ukrainians, this will be a real shock. In our culture, we typically shake hands when meeting someone we don't know well. With our parents, loved ones, and close friends, we usually greet each other with a kiss on the cheek. Hugs are generally reserved for special occasions like birthday, weddings, or goodbyes when we know that we won't see the person for a long time. Hugging stranger in Ukrainian culture, a big no-no. If you try to hug someone you don't know well in Ukraine, there is a high chance you'll get a blunt refusal. Or if you're dealing with a shy or timid person, they might tolerate the hug but feel extremely uncomfortable. Culture clash number 2. In American culture, it's customary to flash a toothy smile at everyone, even strangers you're passing on the street. You might be surprised to learn that smiling at strangers in Ukraine can be considered not just odd, but even potentially dangerous. For instance, if you flash a toothy smile at a distant, unfamiliar woman, she might misinterpret your actions and think you're a creep or pervert. She might nervously quicken her pace and walk away from you, wondering what your intentions are. Of course, more often than not, a Ukrainian man might just think you're strange or even mocking him. He might also assume you're trying to flirt with his girlfriend or something like that. I remember attending meetings with American men as an interpreter and witnessing this scenario time and again. An American would make eye contact with a Ukrainian and give him a bright, toothy smile, while the Ukrainian would simply look away with a stone-faced expression. This is a normal, ordinary reaction of Ukrainians, more for men than women, but it depends. Since it's not customary for us to smile for no reason, especially with teeth. For Ukrainians, smiling is not something we do automatically or without reason. We typically smile when we're sincerely happy, amused, or greeting favorite people. A friendly sign in Ukrainian culture is usually subtle smile or upturn of the lips, like this. In recent years, there has been a push for more customer-facing employees to smile in business settings. This is an American influence trend that is slowly gaining traction in Ukraine. For example, McDonald's has adopted a smiling employee policy, and many small businesses in Kyiv are following suit. And culture clash number 3, my favorite. Americans are known for their ease and comfort in striking up conversations with strangers, whether it's a cashier at a store or a passerby on the street. Many Ukrainians who moved to the United States often comment on the prevalence of small talk in American culture. In my opinion, this is largely due to the fact that Americans are generally open to interaction and new acquaintances. In contrast, in Ukrainian culture, at least a half of the population tends to be more reserved and less trusting of strangers. They may feel uncomfortable engaging in casual conversations with people they don't know well. In Ukraine, most interactions are direct and purposeful. Casual conversations with strangers on the street or in the public places are not common. For instance, I have a friend who moved to Los Angeles from Ukraine at the start of the war. She described how overwhelming and uncomfortable it was, firstly, to have people constantly engaging her in small talk, whether at the grocery store, crosswalk, or near her apartment. Americans would smile at her without any apparent reason. Even thought she's good in English. She found it genuinely challenging to adjust to and accept this aspect of American culture. She mentioned that sometimes she felt uneasy about going outside because she didn't know how to react or what to say when people start conversations with her.